What it do, YouTube? You know it's still alive, and we back with another one, man. And I see that this dude named Chud is out on $1 million bail, man. And I reacted to a live stream about him when he got arrested and shit. And this dude is a low life piece of shit for real. And I seen that he's out. I seen a couple videos pop up on it, and we're gonna see what the fuck's going on and how the fuck he managed to get out of jail, man.
Builder is free after 2 months inside of jail for shooting somebody and himself. He's free. He's made a $1 million bond. 10 different people apparently had to put up money in this situation, and he's out. Now, City's Drill, I believe this is a Tennessee blog page, would post Chud the Builder footage of him being set free on bond. Here we can see Chud.
Crazy.
Gets his hat. I believe this is his girlfriend.
Chud the Builder
walks right out the courtroom. And
crazy how he got free. Like, if you know anything about this case, somebody says, is it me or is he walking a little funny? Crazy. And the fact that people want him free is wild. Like, I never wish jail on nothing, but this is like something that we don't need from people in this. Like, we don't need people going out there and intentionally stirring up racial I can't think of what I'm trying to say right now, but just going out there and stirring up a racial narrative for no reason and being racist towards people, and then when they step to you and say something, you shoot them. Like, we don't need this shit in our society today.
You can see the look on this guy's face as he walks out at the very end here. He's like, huh? They look like Sue Surf, the battle rapper. But hey, No Jumper posted, Chud the Builder shares his first video since being released on bond following attempted murder charge.
They call me the Builder. Chud the Builder. They call me the Builder. Chud the Builder.
All right, the level of cringe with that. You know what he...
Cringy as fuck. They call me the Builder. Chud the Builder. Bro, that's cringy as hell.
looks like? I feel like this is the look he's going for. I'm just sure that he's able to pull off the aura that comes with it. Now, this is an amazing movie. Don't get me wrong. You know, Kurt Russell.
I've never seen that movie.
I just don't feel like Chud has the same, you know, it's just the it factor. It just isn't there because, you know, in the movie Tombstone, he never shot himself.
People were calling him Chutter Bob and shit from 8 Mile because he shot himself. Fucking idiot. Chutter Bob is crazy.
Chunks of white meat.
You want to make hundreds of dollars from your make a quick 10, or really you are highest pay phone? Chud the Builder back on the streets after 2 months in jail. Chud the Builder is tasting freedom after 2 months in a Tennessee jail. TMZ confirmed he posted bond and has been released. The streamer, real name Dalton Etherly, was released Monday morning from the Montgomery County Jail 2 months after a judge set his bond at $1 million. A rep for the Montgomery County Circuit Criminal Court tells TMZ Chud posted $1 million and he had 10 bail bond services, each cover $100,000. We're told Chud put up 10% of his bond, so Chud himself dropped $100,000.
Crazy. And then he had to have 10 bail bondsmen too. Crazy, just to get out.
Chud
watch his ass. He's gonna end up going to prison anyway for this shit.
He was behind bars after being charged with attempted murder in connection with a May 13th shooting outside of Montgomery County Courthouse. As we reported, cops say Chud shot a man, and I'll show y'all a video so I don't have to read through the recap. But a week prior to this, Jake Lang was posted up outside of the courthouse. Chud the
You don't know who Jake Lang is, bro. He's an absolute clown.
Builder will have his final bond hearing this Thursday. We will pack the Davidson County, Tennessee courtroom 9 a.m. Come show support for this white political prisoner.
What? They gave him a 2-week continuance. This is two-tiered persecution. White men have no rights in the state of Tennessee. For self-defense, some rabid black man attacked him outside the courthouse and he had to defend himself. Now we're facing a 2-tiered persecution where they won't even grant him bond over walking out of a restaurant when they kicked him out. for not paying a bill. This is ridiculous Democrat persecution. Dalton Etherly is officially a political...
Look, I'm not a Democrat by any means. I think the left has lost their fucking minds. I'm definitely more on the conservative side of things. But these people like this give actual conservatives a bad name. Regular, everyday people who aren't racist give Chud and people like Jake Lang give regular, everyday people who aren't racist a bad fucking name because these two are clowns. Jake Lang and Chud the Builder are clowns.
Prisoner being held in abhorrent conditions of confinement. He is being held in solitary confinement, not even let out of his cell. I think only 2 hours.
Bro, they're not gonna.
This is the one motherfucking January. Sorry, this is the one motherfucking January 6er they should have left in there, man.
Let him out of his cell. First off, Jake Lang went to prison. I think he went to federal prison though, and I'm sure they didn't let him out either. But you have to understand, right? I don't know if we can look up the demographics of the jail that he's in.
Yeah.
Actually, let's just do it. So
it's not gonna be very good. It's gonna be a good portion of black people in there, not a very big portion of white people.
Montgomery County jail demographics. Okay, we're looking at from 2010 to 2015, so these are kind of old, you know what I'm saying? But white inmates annually is anywhere from 183 to 196. Black annual inmates is 465 to 486. They're not gonna let him out of confinement, bro.
No,
because he's not only out
what he's known for is being a racist.
Outnumbered, he's gonna get smashed the second he gets out of confinement and then put back in confinement. He probably don't even want to get out of confinement. Has anybody asked him that? Do you want to be let in the general population? Because I've never heard Chud reach out and be like, hey, they're not letting me out. Maybe I just didn't see it. But I'm gonna be honest here. When you're known for going around antagonizing a certain group of people, calling them a certain word that everyone knows not to call them,
exactly,
you know, just rage baiting and pissing everyone off, and then you get locked up and you're
saying shit like they're chimping out and then waiting for somebody to get mad at him and shooting them. Like, bro, they're gonna beat the fuck out of you in there. They would have beat the brakes off out of him if he would have been out in general population. Of course he's not in gen pop.
Literally outnumbered by that same exact group you've
200
been
to 200 to 400.
There's a reason they're not letting him out the cell.
180 to 200 annual inmates that are white to 400 annual inmates that are black. He's outnumbered 2 to 1.
Bro, and it's not to keep other people safe, it's to keep him safe.
He's getting out right now. He's being tortured. They're trying to make him take a plea deal, but Dalton's remaining firm. We need to stand up. President Trump, the Department of Justice.
What the fuck is he putting his fist up for? This is like the Trailer Park version of Captain America, right? Somebody said looking like South Park characters. We got Kid Rock, Chanel West Coast. Like, this whole lineup is fucking insane.
This is persecution. Amen. This is political
Kid Rock is crazy.
We need to stop this right now. Free Dalton. Free Chud.
Fight. I'm here on Celebrity Substitute.
Crazy.
Where Amazon delivers everything our star substitute.
Go home.
Ace the day.
This is not the person you want to be fighting for. Go home.
Free Chud.
You look like dorks.
Now, 4 days ago, Jake Lang would post, Chud the Builder has just made bond. I am at the courthouse now in downtown Nashville with his family, rejoicing.
We're in downtown Nashville right now, where my brother Chud the Builder is in his final bond hearing. He's being persecuted for being a white man who defended...
The people forget that fucking this Jake Lang dude served in the Israel IDF and shit. He's he was part of the Israel army and shit.
Himself versus a violent black assailant. His bond has been set at $1.25 million when the murderer, Carmelo Anthony, only $250,000. This is the definition of two-tier justice.
I did a freaking thing on the Carmelo Anthony thing, man. He's innocent, bro. That's self-defense through and through. I don't care what anybody says.
To stand against it, the Democrat persecution of Christians must end today.
I'll say this. I really don't like the fact that he tries to make this a Christian thing too, right? Because look at the comment right here. Christians don't go around calling people the N-word,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't agree with the $250,000 bond for Carmelo Anthony. You catch a body, you get a $250,000 bond. That's crazy. But he got smoked. He got like what, 30 years, I think it was. So you can't really go around screaming, "Oh, this is two-tier justice." Your homie just got bonded out, and Carmelo just got 30. So now this video, shout out to Channel 5. We're gonna be taking a look at the Free the Chud the Builder rally.
Insane. There is a rally to free this man's crazy
place.
That people who shoot other people on racist principles deserve to go to prison for it.
Look at this chimping out. You following me to my truck now? We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else.
The social media influencer known as
clown, absolute clown, straight goofball activity. No amount of fame is worth this. No amount of fame is worth going out in public and acting like this at all.
Chud the Builder is now facing an attempted murder charge after a shooting today outside the Montgomery County Courthouse.
I support freedom of speech. I believe he acted in self-defense.
That's what happened. Chud was assaulted. He defended himself.
Not acting in self-defense.
I've watched the videos.
Why are you acting like a right now? Acting like a what?
See, I think Carmelo acted in self-defense. I think they killed that dude on the freaking boat. And I think this dude's a clown who didn't act in self-defense. He antagonized it on and then shot the dude. This is clown activity. Quit it.
Keep coming up. I'm gonna mace your ass real quick.
I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I really don't.
Go pick up my hat.
Come on, bro. And you know what really pisses me off is like, you don't see anyone that looks like they could defend themselves speaking out against this guy in this video. And I'm not saying this Channel 5's fault or anything like that. I'm just saying, if we look at examples of the representation on both sides, right? We've got this guy, Peyton Manning, who, you know, I'm not obviously dissing Peyton Manning. I'm just throwing out funny terms, right? But we got this country white boy right here. Then we got this country white girl right here. The USA, you know, everybody nowadays associates the American flag with racism and this and that. Like, if you're patriotic, people will think you're racist,
which is insane to me
whatsoever.
Which is insane to me, which is why I made a point to post pictures with the American flag and shit this year.
But then we got Shorty with the rainbow glasses, and then we got, let me see if I can get the clip of the other kid real quick. It's so hot. I might just play the video until we get it. But like, we got this lady who looks like she supports all the fucking shit that people around here supporting, whatever. I think you know what I'm hinting at without me saying it.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And then we got the other guy who's a white kid too, but he just looks skinny as shit. And again, they just look so weak. This kid, right? Like, look at this kid with the when did that hat come out? That style of hat, like
early 2000s is when people was wearing shit like that.
Thousands. I'm not bullying. I'm not talking shit. But what I'm saying is, the people that should be there are the people that are really just on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It would have been decent to see the people that have voiced their opinions and, you know, don't like this guy so much out there at that protest or that rally or whatever it was, instead of letting the woman with the rainbow glasses and the skin.
Yeah, he is speaking facts. That's not a good representation of the people that you want out there speaking up against him. That's facts. That's definitely facts. Those two people on both sides. That's not good representation of, but like, this whole case is a fucking clown show. Nobody should be out there fucking worried about this. Let the man fucking go do his time because he's a fucking idiot.
Any kid be the only representation that we see. And maybe there was other people there. I'm not seeing them here. And it's just like, that shit's just, you know, it makes you like, why the fuck are these the mascots of the people that don't agree with Chud? Because I don't agree with Chud. And I don't look nothing like them. And I can stand on my own 2 feet. And yeah, it's just
Yeah, I don't agree with
weird.
Chud at all.
My hat. You heard me.
I've seen the posts.
Ooga booga. Look how these shipping out.
I think
I don't mean to laugh. That just caught me off guard.
There's a dude that keeps popping up on my Facebook who says that all the time, and he was freaking making posts about Chud, saying free Chud and this and that, and he be saying that shit all the time, making whole videos saying that fucking word all the time. It's fucking stupid. I don't understand why people do this shit. Why can't we all just get along and push unity? Like, I don't understand it.
What the fuck?
It doesn't make sense to me. Like, my entire life, I've never went like, dude, like, there's people I grew up with that were never like that. And then as they've gotten older, they're like that. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me why people are wanting to be like this.
The minerals of your tooth causing a small.
he's very, very clear about what he intended to do.
Should have blew his brains out that night.
I almost feel like it's going to happen.
And I believe he should be held accountable.
Now, I'll say this. I agree with exactly what she just said, right? It seemed very premeditated. He spoke on this type of thing many times, and he went on.
It's like that's what he was intentionally going out there to do. He was intentionally going out there to stir up trouble because he wanted to shoot somebody.
Actually shot somebody. And the facts came out in the case, the surveillance, everything is pretty much going against him. You know, like all the theories that people were throwing out have pretty much fallen apart.
Facts. Absolutely.
Oh, he was attacked first. He was this, he was that. Everything that they said in court goes against that and basically states that he agitated the situation. He wasn't leaving the courtroom. He came back to the courthouse to vlog and went up to the first black person he saw and started his shit, which is how he was able to have the gun. Because originally everyone was like, how did he get in the courtroom with a gun? He wasn't in there.
No.
He had court, left, and then came back and fucked with the first person he saw. And this is what it turned into. Do I think he was, you know, this is freedom of speech and all that extra shit? I don't think going around calling people the...
I think you have freedom of speech and you can say what you want, but you also... Let me think about this for a second, the way I want to put it. You have freedom of speech in this country, but you also have to mind the fact that just because you have freedom of speech and you can go out and say what you want doesn't mean that people are not going to dislike what you say. And when you go out and antagonize people in public and tell them do something, and then or go out in public and intentionally antagonize people to try to get them riled up to do something, and then they do something and you shoot them, that's not freedom of speech. You don't have the freedom to be stupid. You have the freedom to say what you want, but you don't have the freedom to, like, I don't know. This whole situation's dumb. Like, it didn't need to happen.
The N-word is you exercising your rights, you know? I think it's blatant racism. I think you're trying to rage bait. And I think the softest aspect of this is the fact that you do this and then you're like, oh, you touch me, I'm gonna defend myself. Because if you were tough like that, yeah, you would have been fighting to get in general population and to be around everybody. And you know, there's no guns to hide behind. It's literally just fists. You do certain shit, you're asking to get hit in the fucking mouth. And acting like people are, you know, oh, they have a lack of self-control and you know, they're this and they're that because you get hit in the mouth. It's like, bro, you're trying to create a bitch-ass society of keyboard warriors, but in real life. You want to come off as a strong white man, but the second somebody wants to fade your stupid ass, you hide it behind a gun. And it's like, that's the softest shit I've ever fucking heard. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's speaking facts. He's speaking facts. You go out in public and then you'll get people round up, get them all ready to fight you. And then as soon as they want to fight, you're like, bro, I'll fucking shoot you. Or I'll mace you. Or you say they're chimping out. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why are you doing this? What is the purpose of this? Like, no fame is worth this. Like, no amount of fame is worth looking this stupid on the internet. It's not. It's not worth it.
Saying you're going around trying people, and then when they want to do something to you, you hide behind a gun. You don't want to actually get physical, but you want to present yourself as tough and strong. And that's more so what I don't like about the woman with the rainbow glasses and the skinny kid is like the representation isn't masculine. You can't put someone like that on the front line like, oh, we're against Chud, and think you're gonna get a following because you already look weak as shit.
Facts.
You gotta equalize that shit. Nah, bro, I know there's some tough black people in Tennessee that could have shown up and put on, and same thing, I know there's some white boys in Tennessee that don't agree with this dude. I don't want to be represented by him. I don't want someone to see Chud and associate that behavior with every white person.
Facts. Man, I hate the fact that motherfuckers that are the same race as me act like this. He looks retarded. He to excuse my language, you know what I mean? I don't mean to say that, but he's out there being a dumbass. Like, plain and simple. Like, there is no need for this type of activity.
And there's gonna be a lot of people that feel the same way about me. I don't want you to see 1090 Jake and think that we're all like him. That's fair. But at the same time, I'm not going around doing that shit.
Facts.
Because I didn't think he was actually going to come.
Chud the Builder rally.
That's exactly why I'm here.
That's why you're here?
Yeah, I was calling it Cap because I didn't think he was actually going to come. I drove around a little bit ago and didn't see anyone, so.
Is the political climate of this town kind of favoring Chud the Builder, or?
No. It would absolutely be the minority. It's funny, actually, because me and some of my friends had reached out to the mayor like 6 months ago when this first started happening, saying that this exact thing was going to happen. So, a little disappointed, but at least no one died, I guess. I think.
From my understanding, I haven't heard anything about him not being able to stream. I haven't heard any conditions. Maybe I just, because I haven't seen the paperwork or whatever, but if he's able to stream again, first off, I think Chud is about to become very rich very fast. I think the first interview he does, he's going to get paid a bag.
Facts. He is. He's going to get rich very quick. He's speaking facts. The first big platform that gets a hold of him to get the interview and actually gets the interview, they're going to give him a bag for sure.
I think there's a lot of people that want to speak to him. I don't think it's going to be like Vlad TV, no jumper, obviously, because we know the majority of the audience isn't white. It's going to be somebody big, though, and he's going to get paid a bag for that. And his movement is going to become more powerful because the people that agree with his ideology are gonna side with him and look at him like, oh, he's sacrificing his freedom for our rights and blah, 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 blah. But I think this is a ticking time bomb. I think somebody's gonna crash out, whether it be Chud or somebody trying to get at Chud. I feel like somebody's gonna try.
This is, for sure. This is a bad situation coming. There's something bad's gonna end up happening around this eventually. If he's allowed to go back out and live streaming and starts doing the exact same type of content that he was doing before, it's not going to be good. Somebody's going to step up to him eventually again, and something bad's going to happen, and somebody is going to end up hurt again or even worse. And this whole situation's dumb.
Crash. I hope they don't. I hope nobody is going to sacrifice their freedom to make a point that everyone's going to forget about in a matter of months.
Yeah, for real.
But do I agree with him getting bonded out? I mean, plenty of people get bonded out, I don't necessarily disagree with the bond. I thought it was insane that he had to have.
Let's see what else we can find on this dude real quick. Hold on, y'all. This is all 2 months. Let's see what this dude has to say.
Tech moves fast, and WGU can help you keep up. We build technology degrees with industry leaders focused on real skills, not hype. Learn online.
Let's see what this dude has to say about this shit.
Graduate ready.
Yeah, I think this whole fucking situation is just dumb. Like, there is no reason to be out there trying to almost start a race war, because that's all this is doing, and is hopping people up on both sides for what?
For freight. For
what?
Chud the Builder is free for now. Oh my goodness. So many people are freaking out because they have just announced that Chud the Builder is free on bond.
They call me the Builder. Chud the Builder.
That's so cringe. The amount of cringe in that clip.
That someone put down $1 million to free this man. Now, I want to just take, I want to sit right there for a second. Can we just sit there, all right, and play patty cake with this just for a second? Because I want you
$1
to
million
understand that
to
this
free him is
is
crazy.
racism. When we talk about racism, people use it as words. People use it as, you know, a mean thing.
Absolutely insane. $1 million to free this piece of shit. Like, bro, they should have just left him in there. This is not helping the world, man. We trying to bring unity and trying to bring people together, and this shit ain't helping nobody.
No. When it comes to racism, it is fundamentally, the crux, the foundation of racism is that it has to be a group sport. It has to be a group effort. If you look into the history of this country and any racist act that was implemented, it was a group effort. In order for the police to do the racist act against a black person, they have to have what? The laws that shield them to do the racist act against a black person. Even though, right, it's on camera. For the officer to do the racist act in which, you know, the senator or the congressman made the law that enables to do the racist act, well, then the judge has to give them the pass to do the racist act and not hold them accountable, even though they very well could. That's what you have to understand, that it's a group effort. The prosecutor, the defense, the politician, the judge, the president, you know, the list goes on. It is a group effort. When we think about racism, for example, the reason why I say this is racism, because it's a group effort. I want people to understand that this judge did everything in his power. I'm going to be honest with you, did everything in his power to make sure that Dalton Etherly, whatever, Chud the Builder, stayed in prison.
I'm going to set just a bond right now after we have our bail hearing, then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at $1.25 million. 1.25 million. 1.25 million.
He about started crying. And the fact that he still was able to get this together is crazy.
Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, we're here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status.
Actually insane.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and then the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here.
Did everything in his power, I would argue, okay? He did everything to try and prevent this man from being a domestic terrorist to black Americans. And just to interrupt for a second, I want to let everyone know of...
I don't necessarily agree that it needs to be a group collective for it to be racism. That doesn't make no sense to me. I'm not going to lie. I was trying to sit there and understand that logic, and that didn't make sense to me. I'm not saying that that just didn't make sense to me.
BlackVoteWatch.org. It's a website.
I really don't think racism is as prevalent in today's world as people make it out to be. Yes, there's people on all sides who are racist. Black, white, brown. There's people of all races who are racist. But it's a small minority. I don't think it's as big of a problem as people make it out to be.
Which helps black Americans keep our representatives accountable, especially those that got into office on the black vote. There's a lot more coming up, but the goal is that instead of exiting politics, that we get actually involved in it. So I want everyone to check it out, please. BlackVoteWatch.org. That is what we are going to be using as a tool and a weapon, to protect ourselves and to shield ourselves from those who would like to exploit black America. And the way he did this was that in order for him to get this $1 million, I'm sure you guys are aware of this, is that he could only get $100K from one bail company, right? One bond company. So that means he had to find 10 companies, bruh. 10 companies that would get him to $1 million bailout. Damn. And guess what? He found 10 companies.
See, that doesn't make sense, though, because if your bond's at $1 million, you only have to put up 10%. So that means you only have to come up with $100,000 to get out. You only have to put up 10%. He doesn't have to put up the whole $1 million. So why does he need 10 bail bondsmen? He and it said in the other video, it said that he put up $100,000 of his own money too, and then 10 bail bondsman companies, because it was at 1.25 million. you only need 10% of that. So you only need like $200,000 to get out. Not even, a little under, because it was 1.25 million for the bond. So he didn't need 10. I'm confused on that a little bit, because you only need 10% to get out.
I want you to just take a second and just think about that. Selah, as the scripture would say. Take a moment and think about that, fam. 10 companies. 10 companies. This has never been done, from my understanding, in the history of the United States of America. It has never been done where a person has found 10 bond companies to give them money to accumulate $1 million in a case like this, to get his bond.
Yeah, because he only needed 100,000. Well, that's if it was exactly $1 million. If it was exactly $1 million bond, he only needed 100,000 to get out. So why did he need the whole million? Did they not give him the 10% rule? Because usually it's always you only need 10% of your bond to get out.
Come on now, dog. I want you to understand that. That is teamwork, bruh. That's what that's called. That is teamwork. And what is the teamwork for? Who is the teamwork for? For a man going around harassing black people under the guise of more free speech, calling black people N-words.
Yeah.
That's what you have to understand. And he's not harassing the gang member, right? He's not harassing.
Nah, he ain't walking through the hood doing this. Fuck no, he's not.
The 1350 person that they constantly want to talk about. He's not harassing any of the stats that they love to post when they have to go through, coping as to why they're incels. No, he's harassing everyday black people. That's what he's doing. He's harassing everyday black people. And even still, he had to try for months on end to get that wake-up call.
Wake up, nigga.
To get that foot to butt, all right? He had to try months on end. Personally, to me, I think that's a poor reflection of black America, okay? And I can't even say that, because in my last video I said, well, that is black America. I guess that's proof of my theory, I would argue, that this man can insult, deride, ridicule for months on end black Americans, and because black Americans are black Americans, well, we just simply take it. We try to take the high road, right? As Michelle Obama said, when they take the low road, we take the high road. That's what is black Americans, that you have to bite your lip. You have to bite your tongue. That if you act out that you...
That's cap. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I agreed with you up until this point. I agreed with you up until the point where you said you guys bite your tongue. Stop it. You guys don't bite your tongue. Come on.
You're the angry black man. If you act out, you're the angry black man.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you guys don't bite your tongue. Come on.
That if you say anything, oh, well, you're just being loud and belligerent, okay? If you say anything... I don't hold my tongue either. If I feel what I feel, I'm going to say it. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, come on. Thing to the officer you believe is wronging you, well, you're just, playing the victim card, okay? You just didn't do nothing, huh? That's how they have framed black Americans. And so for you to act as a black American, well, what did you hear a lot of black men say? Well, Lucas, we're showing that we're not like that he's chimping out. Do you think he cares? Huh? Do you think the people that gave him nearly millions of dollars care? Do you think the people that gave Shiloh Hendricks millions of dollars, oh, look, I guess our racist theories, our prejudice theories about black people, I guess we've been proven wrong. Gee, oh golly, I should change my beliefs. That's what I should. Is that what you think?
I'm confused if this guy's a liberal or conservative, to be honest with you. I'm so confused because he keeps jumping back and forth on his talking points.
Happen? Huh? Is that what you think has happened? Historically, has that ever happened? No, it hasn't. But for some reason, y'all are under belief that you have the illusion of the inclusion, as Paul Mooney would say. You're under the belief that if you just get your little bow tie and get your, prim and proper, and you say, no, that's just a word. That has no impact on me.
It is
Ready to
just
learn
a
more
word.
about Yes2Go?
I'm not saying you should say it. I don't fucking say it, but it is just a word, and it really shouldn't. Like, man, we all need to move past this.
About Yes2Go, including...
Yeah, I don't care what you call me. That they'll see your humanity.
And so well behaved and clean.
I've done video after video trying to tell y'all that's not the case. That's never been the case in this country, okay? Never been the case in this country for you. Won't happen. Will never happen.
Why is he wearing the flag upside down? What's up with that hat? Is that supposed to be a disrespectful type of thing towards America or something? Why is it upside down?
Happen unless you want to fundamentally change this country. If you want to do that, now we're talking. But if you're not, then fam, you just cry into a wall. That's what you're doing. You shout into a wall. You protest into a wall. Because listen, this is the lineage of evil. They don't change their hearts. You can see, shoot, look at Pharaoh. For all y'all who love scripture, look at Pharaoh. Did Pharaoh change his heart? Pharaoh lost his firstborn. He still didn't change his heart. Fam, what? You all need to understand what you're dealing with. So when we see something like Chud the Builder out in bond, I don't expect anything less. I'm honestly anticipating. I was anticipating him to get out.
I mean, that's insane to me. I didn't think he would get out, to be honest with you.
Okay? Because you have to understand, when you have a judge like that, they view the judge as the enemy. The person who is trying to do right in a wrongful country is the enemy. I'm gonna repeat that again. The person who's trying to do right in a wrongful country is the enemy. I'm gonna repeat it a third time. I'm gonna switch it up on you. The person who is trying to do right, who is trying to be righteous in a evil populated country.
This country is not evil.
Is the wrong person, is the bad guy. Damn. Do you understand? They vilified the judge. Do you not get this? This is historically accurate. This is their behavior. This is their MO. For the people who are saying, hey, you shouldn't, put burning crosses on that person's lawn. They are now the enemy. Anyone who shines a spotlight to their villainous, wicked behavior, it is now they are the enemy. They are now the new target. And they don't care if they're black. They don't care if they're white, Asian, pink, blue. They don't care what the religion is.
Yeah.
Okay? Because we can see how they've used the Bible to...
I don't know about what he's saying, man. He's trying to say, so if you're trying to do something good, you're automatically the bad guy. That doesn't really... because I don't see, besides a handful of people out there that are obviously idiots, nobody is sticking up for this dude. They gave him a $1.25 million bond. They gave Carmelo a $250,000 bond. They gave him a $1.25 million bond. I thought Carmelo was supposed to be out on self-defense. I thought he should have beat the case. I'm not saying that. But I don't think that just because you're somebody trying to do right, they automatically, man, I don't know about the way he's saying this. That
justify the wicked behavior. So I just want you to understand what we are dealing with. Now, when it comes to Chud the Builder, I don't care what happens, bro, be honest with you, because I believe something's gonna stick. They're gonna get him with something, bro.
Oh, for sure, 100% he's going to prison.
Don't pop off and like, well, I'm just, freedom of speech and he attacked me. Nah, bro. It just is what it is, fam. You're dine and dash, right? There's multiple counts that they got on this fool. Multiple. So he gonna do some time. Now, I don't know how much.
Yeah, me either.
But given that we're in the country that we're in, I don't expect very much, to be honest with you. I don't expect very much at all. Hell,
See, I'm starting to feel like this. I don't know who this dude is at all, but I'm starting to feel like he's an American hating person. He's got the American flag upside down. He keeps talking about giving the country that we're in. I don't expect him to do very much time. He keeps talking about. I'm starting to get the feeling this dude hates this country.
The white girl who yeeted her boyfriend, the OnlyFans girl, she got 6 years. I want you to think about it. She got 6 years. While at the same time, Carmelo Anthony got what, 35?
That was she cut off, stabbed her boyfriend and shit. Yeah, I was just making sure this was the right one. That was an abuse situation, and she snapped finally and killed him. And she got 6 years because she was being abused. I was just making sure that was the same situation before. But yeah. And I think Carmelo shouldn't have got 35 years.
I want you to think about it. She got 6 years. While at the same time, Carmelo Anthony got what, 35?
Wake up, nigga.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, I keep on trying to tell you, you're not in Wakanda. All right? You're not in Wakanda. I don't know why y'all expect to be treated equally when that was never a part of the deal. They treated their own equally. This is why I keep saying y'all keep wanting to be part of the family, and they keep on telling you, you're not part of the family.
That's cap. Stop. See, he is pushing this separation just like everybody else. Nobody's saying that. That girl deserved probably to get let off with no time. She was being abused and in self-defense, and after being abused for so long, she killed her boyfriend. She didn't deserve to do any time.
You only part of the family, you know, temporarily. They'll build an alliance when they can use you, when they can exploit you. And we can see this through entertainment. we can see this through their degeneracy that they put out behind a black face. We can see this in multitudes, okay? Their drugs, everything. Their culture, we are the poster child for.
Stop. Man, none of this shit is helping America. This pushing this divide from the left and the right, people on the black side and people on the white side, pushing this divide is not helping America. We need to be pushing unity, bro. You're pushing a divide between us even further. Why?
You understand? Their culture, we are traffickers. Do you understand? They have used black people as a Trojan horse for their culture.
He's out of line.
No, he's out of line for sure, but he's not speaking truth.
He's right.
No, he's
That's
not.
what I want you to understand.
He's not right.
So when I see, you know, Chud the Builder, when I see all this foolishness, yeah, it's starting to make sense to me. It's starting to finally click. Now I get it, bruh. now I get it, all right?
He's beginning to believe.
Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe looks.
Yeah, nah, he's not right. I do agree that Chud the Builder is an idiot. I do agree that he shouldn't have got out of jail. I mean, like, but everybody gets a chance to get a bond, and if he can make the bond, not everybody, if you're on first-degree murder and shit like that, you're not gonna get a chance to get a bond. But you know what I mean, as long as it's not those type of charges, you're gonna get a chance to get a bond and get out. And he doesn't mean that he's not gonna, he might end up doing 20 years yet. He might end up doing 15 years yet. We don't know. But I definitely think that we got to stop pushing this divide as a country. Like, we got to start figuring out a way to come together. Like, we got to stop pushing this black and white narrative, man. We all bleed red. We got to stop this shit. Let me know what y'all think below, man. It's still live checking out. Peace out, y'all.